Rika and Jessicarabbit. Welcome back to another episode of Soul Healer Podcast. It's your girl Rika and
Jessicarabbit. Hey.
I know we had to do it again for you, even though it's in the intro. We had to do it for you live. And today we have someone in the hot seat.
Hey.
Welcome to the podcast, Ave.
How you ladies doing? Good afternoon.
Good. We are doing lovely. So can you tell the Soul Tribe a little bit about yourself?
As far as that goes, I work with children. I've hosted a podcast and a radio show of my own on a couple different occasions. I'm putting my best foot forth at times, putting my worst foot forth at times. So give it to you either way you want it. There's a lot to talk about underneath the sun. I have been following you ladies' podcast for a little while now. I did catch some of the polygamy conversation. Actually, what currently brought me to things was something about something about there was a thing about washcloths, and there was a thing about a kid being harassed at a school, and I had brought it to a friend of mine's, and because I knew that you all have varied topics, so the conversation grew from there, and that's kind of why I'm here. But yeah. Indeed.
Well, thank you. But the fact that you work with kids and you also got a ratchet side, putting your best and your worst foot forward, is that what you teach the
kids? Well, I don't. You classified it as ratchet.
Okay, I'm projecting my stuff onto you. I'm sorry.
You certainly are. That was aggressive. That was a little aggressive. But as far as, is that what I do show children? It depends on the setting. And completely honest, it depends on the setting. But as far as I did hear you speak something to you being a Gemini, but as far as speaking to maybe unbecoming or not putting your best foot forth, sometimes people don't deserve that.
Okay. Look at you calling me out, but I like that you be remembering shit. Everybody they just scrolling through or they look at a piece, but you really been doing your shit. Like, okay, I like that. So, did you stop doing your podcast?
Did I? I did. I have the option to pick back up. I was actually thinking about doing something with the Najee thing. I don't know if you've heard that it was a young man who had an altercation with the cops in Patterson, and he ended up losing his life in the situation. I thought about picking up right there. Kind of got I couldn't really figure out my approach that I wanted to have to it. I wanted to speak on it, but I had to revamp some things. But prior to that, I put it on pause. I had a couple things going on. Had a baby and just some other life things that happened. Appreciate it. And a couple other life things happened that took some priority. So in the event that the conversation leads that way, we can talk about it. But like I said, some other things took priority. But I do care for the radio podcasting space. I do care for people having a niche or a niche, as you all had a back and forth about. But we live in an age where you can specialize things, so why not take advantage of it?
Right. So can people still find your podcast on the different platforms?
Right, no, because I stopped recording and I pulled I do have them, but I pulled them off of YouTube. When I decide to go back, I'll repost everything. I am still working out some things. Like I said, the Najee thing was something that was, I mean, I don't want to say a moment or a trend. Somebody has lost their life, but I don't want to. I want to go. It had. I want the conversation to be about something. I mean, I don't just want to have a conversation about whatever my day is or whatever. So, I mean, I just want to make sure it's effective and it's speaking to something wherever I go with that space. So, I'm
Okay.
working on it.
Okay, good. So today we're pretty much going to catch up on some shows. That's part of our new niche.
Yes.
We're going to catch up on some stuff that's hot in the streets. And then we'll continue with the main topic, which is about adult children of divorced or separated parents and the effect it has on us as adults.
Yes.
Did I get that right?
Yeah. And how they put you in the middle sometime, and it's just like, yo, y'all grow up.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that will be our main topic. But we're going to catch up on some shows. Which one y'all want to catch up on first?
Okay, so
I've been watching a bunch of shit.
I have too. So do you want to start with Power?
Okay, since it's just coming back.
Oh, I forgot. We have to clarify which Power it is because we were already corrected prior to starting. Okay.
I don't know about that being corrected, but
the Book of Ghosts.
There you go. Okay, yeah, there you go.
Okay.
So,
but spoiler alert!
Yeah, if y'all haven't watched it, spoiler alert. So this is the episode that aired last week. So we're gonna talk about a whole bunch of bullshit that's been going on. I mean, Mo husband, the way he was looking, he was like, I haven't found the killer yet. I'm like,
they had the camera flash right on his face.
All right, I don't want to take your audience back, but please, just inform me. And I don't have to have an in-depth thing, but it's 2 seasons since that have extended from that original one, or the first. It's 2 seasons that. Okay.
I think it's two or three.
Okay. I definitely. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. When you draw things out like that, like what do you call it? Like Fast and Furious 33. Or yeah, sometimes.
Friday after next.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, but please fill me into Power. I mean, because I try to find something with all that I got going on. Please.
So you haven't watched the first season? I mean, the first episode of this season yet?
I don't know nothing about none of I watched Power. I remember when Tommy left, I was with him. Me and him left Ghost. I was for Ghost. I mean, yeah, sometimes you gotta die. I mean, I'm cool with it.
But Tommy couldn't do it. And Tariq did what Tommy couldn't do.
Whoa. No son should be killing their father, dog. That's rough.
It is. It is rough.
It is rough, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Okay, that's funny.
Damn, I'm scared of you. Y'all better watch out.
Okay. No, if that is the case, you should be listening, because you do not want your daughter saying sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. That's rough. Look, I respect it though.
When we had to put the dog down, nobody wanted to do it.
Now you want to go to the dog.
I said, all right, I'll do it. I took the dog. I whispered in his ear, "You gonna have a nice little nap, night, boo boo," and pet him.
Oh no!
Walked out.
Long nap. Long nap. But is Tariq off the rails with this? Is Tariq at the seat of the throne?
I mean, he's being like Ghost. He's messy.
But he's trying to find his place too, because there's a lot of people who want to be the leaders.
It is. You got, and then now Mo only trusts him, Tariq, which is giving him a leg up
She don't seem like she trusts nobody right now.
She said she trusts him because he was there with her when little special boy Zeke.
Her son, cousin, son, nephew.
You know that he went to school with my son. I'm sorry. I love you, baby, but yeah. He went to that school. Yeah. You could tell something going on.
Damn it. Shade.
That's funny. Yeah, that's
Look,
funny.
I could do it. I have one. So hey, I that gives me free clearance. But no. But what I would say is, you know the way he acts. Boy, you ain't know that you were 25 and not 19.
It's a lot
we
of those
talk
out
about
there.
our age all the time.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's a lot of those out there. It's a lot of those out there.
Damn.
But that scene was so funny. Oh my God. It reminded me of that Medea movie. What was it? The one with Byron. And he was like, who's holding the baby? You didn't see that one?
I don't know.
With Lil Bow Wow. All right, so this
You definitely lost me with Medea.
Okay.
Lil Mama. I mean, oh, you said Lil.
Yeah. What's her name? What's her name? Oh God, the one that's starts with a T. Her husband, he's acting in The Shy.
Tiana Taylor.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it was Tiana Taylor and all of them at the table, and Lil Bow Wow, like the sister was actually his mother and not his sister. And he was like, "Oh, who's holding the baby? Who's babysitting the baby?" Like asking all these stupid questions. Like, duh, you can't figure it out. It's you. And they all looking at him like, "Are you serious?" But I mean,
Zeke, rest in peace. She don't mean no harm.
Not the way Black Twitter went off for him.
But for the episode, when it started, okay, so spoilers. I like the whole thing. I saw the what is it called? Where they show you what's coming up next.
Yeah,
okay.
Like Lauren.
Lauren. A part of me didn't think she was dead, but
me either.
I didn't know how they were going to spin that. When they showed her picture, him looking at her picture, I was like, it ain't over. There's something else about this.
And they didn't show a funeral either. Like they normally show a clip of a funeral or something. They didn't show that. But I think he's going to kill her. Remember at the end, he was like,
my husband said
you.
The same thing.
It's going to be her. He's like, I love you, but you got to go. Because listen, no man wants a woman that is going to go to the feds on him. You supposed to hold him down.
I think it's going to be a love triangle. I think he's going to be torn with which girl he's going to be with.
Effie's the one that's going to hold him down, and he knows that because you know the rules of the street. You can't do that. You can't go to the feds and then cooperate. Like, I'm supposed to be helping you. Nah, no. Keep your mouth shut. So but she just...
Brayden already thought he killed her.
Brayden, no, he couldn't do it, and that's why Effie came. That's why Effie came, because
I remember.
They knew that Brayden wasn't going to be able to do it. He gave her the money to run. So Effie was like, I came to do the job that you couldn't do. So she was supposed to die in the crash, but she didn't. They found the car, but they never said they found the body. So that's the way they played it off.
Yeah. But for this, I'm trying to, I can't really sit with how I think this season will play out, because I've always thought that it was going to happen one way, and then it made a complete U-turn. So for this one,
okay.
I don't know. I might have to see what your predictions are and then be like, nope. Okay. Yeah. Okay. See, I'm not the type of person, when I watch these shows, I've listened to podcasts and they will watch the show over and over again to see if they missed something. And I'm not that type of person. I'm not doing all that. If I don't catch it the first time, like hopefully I'm not high. But if I don't catch it the first time,
it just wasn't meant to get caught.
But
Snowfall.
I watch it because my husband likes to watch it.
I was invested. I was very invested in Power. That gave me what I needed. I was like, okay, this is good. And you seeing some stuff and how it operated. Even the other one, like the Book of Canaan.
Yeah. I would have stopped watching it when Tommy died, like he said. But my husband listens to the podcast, and his sister will call him and be like, did you see that show?
But Tommy didn't die.
Well, yeah, you just killed Tommy. He left, but I can respect it.
I mean, he left when he killed himself off. When he left.
Okay.
My bad. On the words. Damn, they both coming after me. My bad.
I'm not gonna say you ladies are morbid, but I mean, y'all just kill people off. Like, he left, no, he died. Okay, yeah, it's a difference of words. No,
Thank-
it's a difference of life, but it's
What
okay.
kind of relationship?
I mean,
They
you're dead to me. He said you was dead to me, so you dead. Okay.
blocked.
Once
dead,
again, little
post,
morbid,
whatever.
but I get it though.
It's all the same.
I see that you all feel like that. I see the friendship. I'm cool with it. Like, I get the friendship. I get it.
She said earlier, she was like, "Nope, you don't pay rent to be in my head." What you say? Pay me, bitch.
Yep.
Like,
Okay,
damn.
all right. That is something though. But I don't. It sounds like, and the reason why I asked when you said your husband said to tune into it, I mean, it didn't grab my attention, but me personally, I had to catch up with Power because Power didn't directly grab my attention, but eventually I did regularly tune in. So, I mean, I might give it a shot. I mean, the, you start to binge on that type of stuff, it get time, and you'll lose a whole day behind watching a couple episodes.
No, yeah, that's true. That's true. What about Snowfall?
You watch Snowfall?
I'm for it. I'm for it. I'm for Snowfall. A lot unrealistic, but I'm definitely for it though.
Because I think
Leon would have been dead. Leon should have been dead, but I'm for it.
Yeah,
I'm for it. I like
that
Snowfall.
whole being a G. Like, I feel like, but I guess he's the main character. But I feel like
he's gonna die.
Yeah, he should have been dead.
Yeah, I think it's between him and Teddy. They're going to take each other out.
Yeah.
Who? Saint or
Franklin?
Why I call him Frederick? Y'all didn't catch that.
I know who you was talking about.
I didn't. Yeah.
Franklin.
I didn't. I will say this as somebody who's tuned into the show. What felt a little awkward to me, and just being observant. It took the Teddy character take such a weird turn to me, just because every other season leading up to this, he was a non-emotional, straightforward human being, and now he got a lady. He cared about his father. I'm like, no. What happened to the cold CIA agent that didn't care about nothing or nothing? You stuttering over your father dying. You want to be affectionate with this woman who speaks Pekinye English. Like, oh, wait a minute. Like, now you got a son.
But
no. I want you to go back to being cold and emotionless.
Okay, you know what happened? He had a son. When you have a child, that softens you.
Nah, that's not accurate.
So Franklin gonna get soft when he had his baby. Oh no! Oh, the baby. I
kill that baby.
I think.
I don't think she's pregnant.
Now you killed a baby off too.
He would kill it. Franklin, anybody in his way.
I think she's trying to trick him. I think she's trying to take over. She got that blood from her mama in her. I think she's trying to learn the ins and outs.
I think she's part of the feds. I've always said I think she's part of the feds. I think she's part of the feds. Yes, I think she is looking on him and Teddy. I think she is.
I think she's trying to learn the ins and outs so her and her mother can take over. Because she a scammer, which is in her blood.
Yes. Did you see the mother when he killed?
She is a scammer. She is a scammer for 88.
She went to jail. Like, she's hood, right? Because then her mother, something happened with her mother.
Jail isn't an indictment, but okay.
Oh, an indictment. Okay.
She went to jail. Like, she went to jail.
She was away. she got in trouble.
She was in timeout.
I like all those terms, but she went to jail. Like, that was aggressive. Okay, I'm for it.
But she got in trouble, so that shows that she's not scared to take some pressure, to do some things to get herself out of certain situations or in certain situations. She's learning everything. She's meeting the people. She's like, no, you stay here and I'll go take care of this. She gonna run that shit.
But you see,
she's gonna be just like his aunt.
That's true. But her mother, when he shot Teddy, no, he stabbed him. Teddy's father.
He stabbed him in the neck.
When they saw the look on their face, looked like, who did you let knock you up? it was like, man, you done did some, like, because you know how, like, you know your child and you know what your child do and you know that buffoonery your child does. And then I was like, girl,
He
good luck.
was soft, like everybody else do. They take him and think he weak. And then he surprised people.
Okay.
Like that stove situation. Like, damn, I looked at the screen like, ooh. I felt that.
Yeah, it was a. I mean, it was a. Well, he died, but he ended up dying. But he did, and he did, like, not really. He died in the show. Not like y'all kill people off. Like, y'all probably kill 3 people off right now. Y'all, hey, I'm cool with it.
I
But
do that all the time. I'd be like, isn't this person dead? My husband be like, no.
Yeah, well, I thought he should have been dead.
See, that's how. Obviously, your friendship is true, because you all collaborate and kill people together. But I will say this. I mean, as far as Franklin goes, and him even with the burning of that kid's face, you do get progressively colder. Life will turn you like that. I mean, especially when you um especially when you're around that element or whatever, you do get progressively colder. Yeah, he burned his face. Yeah, he burned his face. Yeah, I mean, hey, hey, he knew he had a pass to do it. He did. He knew he had a pass to do it. I am eager to see what this episode this evening. Hopefully, I get a chance to watch it. Definitely.
What do y'all think about that little girl? Why does this little girl keep popping back up?
Who?
The first scene with the body on the ground from one of the other episodes, the body on the ground, and then Franklin's uncle seeing her, and then he saw her again in the restaurant. What is this? What's up with this little girl?
I didn't see her in the restaurant, but
when Franklin pulled the gun out.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I have to go back and look at that, but her father, no, someone had gotten. Her father had got killed outside of the club when Franklin sent him to shoot up the club.
So is she gonna kill him?
She's young.
But they do that. I mean,
it's gonna be like this. Gonna be her thing. Like,
her revenge. That's that man that killed my father.
Put it together.
She might, because the streets talk.
Yeah.
Kids listen to adult conversations. They're very observant, and you wouldn't think that a child will come and kill you.
Yeah, well, you better, but yeah.
That's a good turn. That's a good plot twist right there, because I'm like, okay, this little girl popped up twice. I don't know who she is, but they keep showing her face. It's gonna be something with her.
It is.
You can think it though. I mean, I won't say plot twist, but I will say a pivot to that. I don't know if I don't know where you all are at with music. But somebody had just put up a picture of a Yummy Sandifer. Yummy Sandifer. He took he was on a Tupac single. Kid with braids from Chicago, I think Gangster Disciple or whatever. But he was a 10-year-old killer. He was a 10-year-old killer. Got killed by I'm pretty sure it was the Gangster Disciples. But he was a killer, arsonist, 10-year-old. His name was Robert Yummy Sandifer, and they was using him to shoot people. And eventually he ended up getting killed underneath the train tracks out in Chicago. But no, they send kids to kill people in real life. It happens.
They recruit them young. They see which ones are going to do. You got little runners. You got runners that are like in kindergarten, first grade, and you wouldn't think they would be runners, and they are, because they could see it in them and they know what their potentials, and they get them young.
Yeah, because this won't be retaliation, and that'll lead us to what, Your Honor.
Oh yes, Your Honor.
Have you seen Your Honor? You watch Your Honor, Abe?
I have no idea what that is. You're speaking a different language to me at this point.
Your Honor. What you say about poquito English?
Yeah.
Okay, Your Honor. What did he play on at first? Walter. when he was making meth.
God. Yeah, I didn't watch it either, but I know what you're talking about. Breaking Bad, something
Breaking
like
Bad.
that.
Okay.
Breaking Bad,
So Walter from Breaking Bad, it was a judge. He started off as a judge, and his son got into some trouble where his son hit somebody,
and his wife was sleeping with.
Yeah, his wife was sleeping with somebody else. So his son hit somebody, and he was trying to cover it up.
Mm-hmm.
And the way he covered it up, somebody else got in trouble for
a black kid.
He's, of course, Walter's white, so he was trying to keep his son out of trouble. Asked his friend, who was a mayor, he's a mayor or a councilman or something, to cover it up. Little black boy got in trouble, ended up getting killed. So his brother was trying to
because the mafia came somehow in the jail. The boy that got killed, his brother, they're in the mafia. There was a mafia family. He was in jail with the boy that they framed. They let him in. You know how they do? They let him in the cell. Mm-hmm. They killed them, and then that's how that boy died.
So his brother was trying to find out who killed his brother, and he ended up going to this party where the killer was, but he ended up killing the actual person that was in the car that the judge was trying to cover up. So the judge's son. He ended up killing the judge's son.
And plot twist, the judge's son has a baby by the dead boy's sister. And the sister
is messy.
Left the parents' house and moved in with the judge, but didn't know that her baby father killed her brother.
Yeah,
it is a lot.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot.
And I know we confusing you.
Yeah, I'm lost. I'm definitely a little lost, but I will say I've seen it in real life where somebody's wife was sleeping with somebody's brother and the nephew's son walked in on him. So it do, like, I've seen life take wild twists, but y'all done pulled the mayor and the judge into it and all that. Like, this sounds like a lot.
The police, the prosecutor, everybody involved.
But with the young guy that killed the judge's son, the judge found a way to help get him off so he wouldn't go to jail.
Mm-hmm. The judge told him himself.
His family situation was like really bad. And the mob told this story about, or got the police to say it was a gas leak. His family's house blew up. But he was just like, he was talking to the judge one day and said, we haven't been able to pay our gas bill, so it's been cold for months or weeks or something. So the judge was like, wait a minute. It couldn't have been a gas leak, because I remember he came to my chambers and said that they couldn't eat because their gas was off. So the judge helped him by getting them to tell that story and got him off. But he was still a killer. He was a little boy. The feds was trying to kill him. The police was trying to kill him. They said he was dead and made this big old news story about him. And then they found out he was still alive because he was supposed to disappear.
Yeah. And the judge told too that his son was the killer, that his son really killed the brother. And that's when the baby mother said, why didn't you tell me? Blah, blah. She was leaving and went home and asked her parents. Her parents knew. And then I guess he gave her some money. He gave him the money out of her baby father was a college fund, and said, go make a life for you and my grandson. And then the most gangster part was, here we go about killing people. The mafia wife, she was born into the mafia, right? Called her daddy and said, yo, I need you to off this nigga, right?
Her husband.
So her father came up to him, this old man, who was like, you was never family.
The cane. He ain't have a cane. Did he have a cane?
And he just let him in. And then she looked like, oh, and then she fixed that face up and walked out. I was like, that's insane.
See, this is a lot of these shows are about the woman. Mm-hmm. Them not being in positions where they can take over because it's a man's world. But then they will shoot, kill, steal, scam, do whatever
They control everything. Yeah, the woman controls it.
Run the world, girls.
They control it. They don't even realize. Like half the men don't realize how many women, how many beefs in the hood has started because somebody slept with somebody's girl, and she tried to act like it was nothing, or you know what I'm saying, and boom, nowadays a whole war over somebody's girl.
So
Disgusted.
No,
Go ahead.
I'm not. I'm not. But what I do think in reference to women is then instead of which I'm cool with the song, Who Run the World Girls, I'm cool with the song, you was just whatever. But I think which I did see you all, I didn't get a chance to get into it, but I did see that you all spoke a little bit about the Chris Rock thing, the special. But what I truly do believe about women is women want to speak to having power and being strong and things of that nature. Then isn't that misused power? I mean, because there obviously is something there where you can have influence over a said man or influence over whatever you might want to do. But might there be a sector or section of women who misuse or don't take full advantage of their power or ability? I mean,
we
very
do
old
when need
song.
be.
Well, then if you want to say when need be, then don't say it's a man's world. Then I mean, because
that's what society thinks.
Society
but if you caught the other episode where I was like, we really run shit, like, but they just think.
Okay.
They do. Look, okay, we gonna take it all the way back to biblical times.
Oh,
Adam was there by himself. God was like, oh God, this little fool needs somebody.
How did you? Whoa. Who said God called anybody a fool?
Because I'm not gonna be my Bible study teacher. Well, no, I would like that though. Like, go ahead.
Yeah, and he is a fool. Like, you know what? He was kind of foolish. That's how you feel. Okay.
And he gave him Eve, and Eve wasn't even there. I don't even think she was there a day, and got this. Here, eat this. He said, okay. And then if you read the Bible, he didn't even sleep with her yet, so he didn't even get the cookies yet, and he already doing dumb stuff.
Well,
it was a pheromone.
Well, the Bible is allegory. So I mean, they also said somebody performed surgery that nobody performed surgery, but there was surgery, and then the Bible is allegories. I'm cool with it. I'm legit cool with it. But to bring it back though, once again, and like I was saying about the Chris Rock thing, I truly do believe, I mean, because I don't want to diminish or make light of the influence or the effect or the power of women. As once again, as the old song says, it's the reason why every nigga dress fly. I'm cool with it. Legit, I'm cool with it. But what I do think is, I think it's a little not understood or misused in reference to the Chris Rock, to Chris Rock being slapped. She out here fucking up the money. He making $25 million a picture. She doing cameos on the Matrix. Like, now you done got this other little motherfucker. He out here gay now. Fam, you have completely mismanaged the pussy. Completely. You've made all lefts. You haven't done shit right with that demon pussy. You have done something wrong, baby. And this not me saying it. I'm looking at the actions. Have I and what, like, you completely, you got this little girl or this little boy just as a little girl or a little boy. I don't know which one it is. I'm cool with it though. She out here talking about, yeah, I really wish I knew Tupac. I'm like, yo, you talking about this old nigga now. Oh, like, yeah, Will Smith is
there. He look like Tupac, but he said it.
Yeah.
He said it though. He admitted it in some interview. He said, I let my children have too much freedom in raising themselves.
All I'm saying is in reference to this and just trying to keep things on track, the power or the force or how Jada Pinkett could, and it's not necessarily about her. I mean, I'm just using, I mean, and it's not to say that she is to be standing behind a man or a woman. That I'm not speaking to that either. As much as I'm saying, oh, there is power there. There is power. There is influence. But what are you using it for? Or what? I mean, because obviously in this particular case, and it's not a jumping session for her, you done got this man to assault somebody on TV in front of everybody, in front of all these white folks, which I'm here to tell you, I don't think white people are arbitrators of good behavior anyway. So I really don't really care about that. But yeah, he done committed an assault in front of a bunch of witnesses because he could be charged for that. And August Alsina, now he gay, and he like proclaiming to be gay on TV, yeah, you had to pay, yeah, all that came from what you was doing in between your legs, baby.
But she didn't make him do it.
Well, maybe he said, if I can't have her.
You wanted that power. No. Stop. Don't do that. You want that power. You got it. No. Don't. No, I'm not going to let you retract that. You run the world. Remember, girls? Yeah. No. She did make him do it.
She do it. Look, if he couldn't have her cat and then decided he want man coochie, man coochie, no one, the woman, that's what him. She ain't say, you can't have nobody else but me.
Look, see, now, this is where, and I want to get to this children thing. We're bearing down on the time, but no. Y'all wanted to. Okay. No, but what you all did was you spoke to the power. Now I speak to how, the power was misusing. Oh no, it was this, and he didn't have, no. She had, no. Own the power that she had. She misused it. Don't argue. Don't fight that off. Don't want to go no. She had we run the world. Yeah. Y'all think y'all running things. Yeah. He went up there and caught an assault. And okay. I mean, he getting $20 million a picture. And I don't believe the world solely exists in money. But you sitting up, you jeopardize that.
She didn't tell that man to get there and slap him.
She didn't say, go smack that nigga, baby. You hear what he said about?
You see her high-fiving him when you get done?
All of the power that you all said you want, now you want to walk it back. No. She had power. Her little cue ball ass head, she got power. You remember her and Nate? That's how she learned from Nate. When Nate was in, what was the joint? Set it off. Yeah. She'll never have to deal with Nate like that again. Yeah, it's cool. I'm cool with it though.
That's a whole nother story, because the thing about it is in most relationships, that reflection of the mirror, that's her gangster. That was never his gangster, but he saw it in her and was like, I could do that too. I could flip over some red tables.
I will not. I think Willard, that's his name. His name is Willard. I'm cool with it. I spent a lot of time in Philadelphia. I'm not going to speak to whether, because I do believe that because they were the clean cut of the groups that were out at that time or whatever, they had to fight a little bit. I believe that. I don't know. I'm not going to speak to that as much as if a woman does have an influence to say, yeah, let me interview. What did Chris Rock say? Let me interview you about me cheating on you and then broadcast it to the world. Only a broad would think to do some shit like that. And you must be under a spell to you know what? That sounds like a good idea. No, the fuck you don't. Shut up. Stop.
No, but stop. My part of that interview is when she said it was what was that famous word? Entanglement. He said entanglement. She said yes, entanglement. And he looked like he wanted to cry. But see, he slept with that girl from that movie. And
okay.
But see, you never know when a woman's gonna get back at you. Or cats.
Okay.
Okay, we're going left. But that could say the same thing with parents. Mothers use their children. Yes, we segue right into the discussion of parents and how separated parents use their children as pawn. And a lot of times it's the mother. And they put you in the middle.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
It ain't us. Oh,
well,
we talk about our parents. Okay.
Our parents. Yeah, we're talking about our parents. Not
Oh, don't blame you, not me.
No, because I learned from I watched my parents and I have learned from them. I seen what they did, which was right, and some stuff I said, if I was doing that, I did a little differently. So, but it's when they still using those adult children at times, and it's just like, can y'all grow up?
True.
But now, as just for clarity, I want you to continue. But are you saying that adult parents are using adult children, or adult parents are using young children?
Well, I'm talking about adult parents using adult children still as pawns, like how they can be messy about the other parent, or trying to fish for information or say slick stuff, and you're trying to defend one parent and then go to the other parent and say, well, yeah, and it just goes back and forth. And it's like, yo, I'm tired of being in the middle. I'm tired of hearing this. Like, if y'all can't get along, just don't get along. Don't talk about each other. Don't, no, I don't have to have both of y'all here for a holiday. It does not have to be nice. That's in fairy tale land. So what that relationship work like that?
So I experienced that as a kid, being put in the middle. But as an adult, I didn't really care how their relationship went. Like, they didn't have to talk to each other. They didn't have to see each other. But so mine was a little different. But I experienced it younger with child support and who would visit who on the weekends, who would spend time with holidays, and wanting to pick a side. And my mother feeling like I gave my father more grace. Yeah, half the time he was drunk. So, I got my way. I got to do what I wanted to do. But she felt some type of way and like, well, you don't know what he did, and you da. And so I hated that shit. And that made me pick him more.
And maybe that's why I pick my father more then, because my mother does that still to this day. And it's like, oh, you're always on your father's side. I don't care if your father, a girl, which is called a daddy's girl. You always pick your father's side. And I'm like, well, I can kind of see where he's coming from at some point, and I know how you are. So I completely understand. Well, you don't know the whole story. And I'm like, well, I would never know the whole story. But from what I know and what I see and what I've been through, yeah. And it's not, I don't take his side all the time. I do stand up for her at times. But it's like, come on now. And then my siblings say stuff, but they say stuff to me, but they didn't say anything to me. And I'm like, well, they said it to me. I said, do you need me to text them and get the proof for it? But then still it wouldn't be enough because we don't know the whole story.
So are your parents together, Abe, or they're separated, divorced?
No, my parents been divorced since I was probably about 9, maybe 10, probably 8. Second, like 3rd grade. Like something like in between, like they were going through a divorce between 2nd and 3rd. So that's like 7, 8 years old. Somewhere between 7 and 9, yeah. As far as that go, which maybe that a catalyst from why y'all asked me about this particular topic. My perspective on that, when I was younger, I laugh at it. It might not be funny to some, but of course, as a kid, my thoughts were, I just wish we just, I don't know, we just all like died in a car accident or whatever. That literally was a thought of mine as a child, because the picking of things or whatever and whatnot. As an adult, uh, I don't know how old either one of your parents are when they decided to have in relationship to your age. I don't know how old they are then, but as an adult, what I see now, and as a man who's dealt with my fair share of women, as a man who has a woman now, my parents were in their 20s when they decided marriage and having children and things of that nature. So I can understand, you know, I probably don't want to be tied. I don't want to be tied to who I was dealing with at that age. But I can understand that um, how they why they might have feuded so much. How they could have definitely grown apart or seen the world through different lenses. So that's how I approach my dealings with them as an adult. Um, I won't allow nobody to uh, manipulate me, put me in the middle for per se or whatever and whatnot. At this point, I mean, look, Christmas we was at my mother's house. I mean, you try to be fair. I mean, maybe the next Christmas we might be at my father's house, or because my parents live uh, uh, in the southern region of New Jersey, Delaware, Pennsylvania region. That's where my parents live at now. But I mean, you will make it happen with all that. But as far as kids' birthdays and all that type of stuff, look, this is where I'm gonna be. This is where we're gonna do things at. You gonna show up or you not gonna show up. What you're not gonna do is you're not gonna add no more stress to what I got going on. I don't give a damn what the fuck y'all go sit in the corner and eat cereal. I don't care what you do. My father don't like cereal. And my mother's exquisite taste will not permit her to eat cereal. So I don't give a fuck what
So
y'all
that's a
do.
punishment.
Like, yeah, exactly. And that's I mean it in terms of that or whatever. And whatever. Of course, I don't, I can't, will not, I'm not punishing my parents or whatever. But but as far as they go now, I try to I try to have an understanding of their youth when they were in a relationship. I also very much so do see things as far as thinking about things as a child. You get older and you see, as I tell all young men that I deal with, like you might see your mother, your father beefing. You might see your father talk to your mother crazy, or your mother talk to your father crazy. What you see is you looking at your parents. What you don't see is you get a little older and you said something crazy to your girl. You have to really think about that. Oh, he just was talking to his girl like that. That don't make it right, but that's how you. But as an adult, I won't even say as an adult. As a man, you start to try to see the whole thing or whatever may have you. Daddy, don't talk to mommy like that. I don't believe you should talk to mommy like that. I do also know that two people in a relationship, it don't it's not a cookie cutter thing. Mm-hmm. And I know mommy done said some wild things or done done some wild things. So I mean, I've always tried to see the whole thing. As of right now, I do see my parents as they are grandparents. So I would never just make it my my child just seeing or dealing with one as opposed to the other. I mean, because they want to see them both. So I attempt to see the whole thing, and I'm sure when I get older, I'll have more perspective. But that's my take on it. I don't.
I think because you're a man, it may be different.
I'm sure. Yeah, it's logical. But girls on the world. Because I offer logic.
My dad is no longer here, but I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Nah, I'm cool with that. God bless. He done great with a daughter who has a podcast that is entertaining. At times, but she definitely did Rolling Stone you, and yeah, he was drunk. Yeah, you definitely. Yeah, you. Don't worry. I know how women could turn the story on you. I ain't mad at you. He all right with me.
No,
he ain't play no part in what I be doing.
No.
But you did call him a Rolling Stone and say he was drunk though.
And I told him that too.
Once again, I'm not arguing that. I know that. I don't know the man's name, and I know that at this point, but it's cool.
The thing with him and my mom is that they were young. They were in their 20s when they got together. Mm-hmm. And let them tell the story. They were just having fun, basically just fucking. And they didn't expect to have a child.
That's the second time you said that, but
they was. I'm just being honest.
I'm cool with it.
They were starting and bopping, and boom, here came Rika.
They were starting and bopping, but they knew that they weren't going to be together long term. So they were like, okay, let's try to figure out a way to co-parent. But then my mom would be like, it's the mother's decision to decide where you go to school. It's the mother's job to do this and the mother's job to do that. So she didn't even give him a lot of the opportunity to say what he wanted to say, do what he wanted to do, because she felt she had all the rights to make these decisions. And that kind of made me look at her sideways, like, why are you not even letting him try? Why are you not giving him a chance? So as I got older, the dynamic with him was like, he was stonewall her. He was like, what do you want? Like, leave me alone. And she wanted to be friends. Oh, let's be friends. Yeah, so come to this event in my neighborhood. And he'd be like, I'm bringing my girlfriend. The birthday party. I'm bringing somebody. My mother going to say, why would he bring her? Don't he know I've been kicked out of better places than Chuck E. Cheese? But she would be joking.
I don't know what that means, but okay. Like
I didn't know what that meant. But that was me being put in the middle, where it was like, let that man live. Leave him alone. But his girlfriend heard it.
Pardon me. Is that how you felt as a young person seeing that? Or is that how you felt as an adult seeing that? Or is that how you feel in both instances?
That was as an adult seeing that. But as a kid, she had her own boyfriends. She had people she was dealing with, and he had his tricks. I mean, sorry.
His ladies.
I don't know if y'all see the extreme bias that you all have, but right. I mean, I'm cool with it.
When I say tricks, I mean tricks. He would pick up strays off the street. He would drive down the street, beep the horn, and if they turned around, he would go pick them up.
Once again, I think I know way too much about this man not to know his name.
I'm open.
But I mean, in all seriousness, I'm just saying, as you get older and you see it, you just start to. I just think you start to see it from a clearer perspective. Is all I'm saying.
No, you do, but then, like in my instance, my father put her on a pedestal, made her this queen and this, and then when he leaves her, now he want to turn on her. And I'm like, hold up. Your problem was you did not tell her she was wrong while in the relationship. They met when my mother was like 14, 15, got married when she was 20. You never told her she was wrong. When I would come to you and say, she did this happened, you calling your mother a liar. So you allowed that. So now that you want to express the truth, she's not understanding. She's like, but why? What is this? How could it be this way? Because you didn't tell her and correct it way back then.
So your father's an enabler, huh?
He is an enabler. And then it's like, I don't know why he's treating me like this. You just take your father's side. And it's just like,
Does your mother sound like that? That's
her voice.
That's her voice.
Is that an accurate depiction of your mother's voice? Okay. I apologize. I digress. Excuse me.
He knows my mother's voice. You just haven't heard it in a long time.
Is that okay?
Abe, I know you gotta go soon, so we don't want to hold you. Whenever you need to disconnect, detach, just let us know. We will continue this conversation because we like to talk, and we be talking a little bit longer.
Thank you.
I get
for
it.
Coming.
No problem. This was entertaining. This was fun. I mean, I think hopefully I added a different perspective to what you ladies were doing.
No, you did. You gave us the male perspective, and it was good. It was good having another.
Was it too bad being in the hot seat? Because it's not really hot. It's just like, this is why we hot. We just wanted to let you know why we hot. So that's why we call it the hot seat.
God bless you with that. God bless you with that. I mean, no, it was it was entertaining. I mean, I of course, like I said, I tuned into a couple episodes, so I wasn't too shocked by anything. I mean, but I mean, women women be out here mismanaging pussy all the time, and then they want to fault men for. Then they want to fault men for. No. You mismanaged that demon coochie. That's what you did. She did it. I
No,
mean,
you cannot. I cannot be responsible for how you react after getting some and
no,
getting
you
some too
wanted that
many times.
power.
No,
You
it's
wanted
not
that
power.
power. There is no way that you are going to be able to ever. I seen this clip on Instagram where this boyish girl or whatever this man was in his wig. Yeah, it's only stated that men are physically stronger than women. That hasn't been proven. Shut up, boy. Um, physically, in some aspects, of course, you're never going. That isn't the fight you have. That doesn't that doesn't detract from or to take away from your said strength. But you having that strength, or you having the ability to your other qualities that uh, your other great qualities or whatever and whatnot. One of them could be influence. So if you can influence a man to use his strength in a certain way, don't say, "Oh no, I didn't tell him to do nothing." No, yeah, yes you did. When you put, yeah. Last night, that's exactly what you did. You influenced him to do a lot, and now he out here slapping people. You know, that's a fact. That happened. Like you, don't you want influence, but then no, I don't want that much influence. Nah, yes you did. You wanted to make that motherfucker do something. She gave him that look. Sick him. Yeah, he jumped on his ass. It's fucked up out here. Heard up.
Okay.
You laughing? Y'all know the truth.
I'm
I'm
laughing
not
at
arguing.
you. I'm
I
not
ain't
the
arguing with
situation. I'm laughing at you.
you. Nah,
It sounds
I
like
ain't.
you know.
Yeah, well, I ain't giving up my power. I'm cool with it. Yeah, All jokes aside, though, but this was interesting, though. This was definitely interesting. I'd love to do it again, ladies.
Great. We'd love to have you
Definitely
back.
come
We had a good
back.
time.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. All right.
All
All right.
righty.
Well, you enjoy the
Y'all
rest
be
of the
good.
day.
You
Thank
too.
you.
Yep.
Bye.
Want us to give you the power to hang up?
Yes.
Yep.
You can hang up.
You can hang up now. We give you permission. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was amazing.
Yes. Yes.
He's a
good.
great person.
Yes. Yes, Ave.
So I know we started with the main topic, but we also didn't catch up on a few other shows. We had a couple of other shows that we didn't watch, and I knew he wasn't watching them, so didn't want to bore him. But the other show that we had, Swarm.
Yes.
Yes, I have been watching that show, and I'm not gonna lie, I've been sitting there like, what am I watching? But I just couldn't stop watching.
Girl.
It's like watching your food in the microwave where you're just like, is it done? Is it done? But then you're still watching it, trying to see how it just transforms before your eyes.
I know why she was killing people.
You know why?
Because her friend told her, when they keep going back to that video clip of them going to...
She was like, I would shoot them if somebody turns out like her.
Oh, yeah, when she was like, if they don't love them, we're going to shoot them or kill them or something like that. So in her mind, because the girl had issues, she had mental health issues, clearly.
Mm-hmm.
And she was in a foster care system, so she probably came from an abusive system. Also, something happened when she either killed or saw someone kill
at a young age.
That's why she kept saying, I'm sorry, I spilled the milk.
And it was red.
Yes. So they somehow, I guess, would cover up killing by saying it was just milk. And it warped her. So that's why she kept killing. I think that's why it was easy for her to kill, because, once you kill that one first time, you can do it again over and over again.
No.
That's just all, I guess. That's not facts. I'm
She's just guessing.
guessing.
What I did, okay, so with the show, for people who have not seen Swarm yet, I feel that it's a play on Beyonce and her beehive.
Mm-hmm.
But they're adding a couple of twists into it. But then I didn't realize until the last episode that it's kind of based on a true story.
It is a true story. He said it. Like, if you read it, it says this is intentional.
I saw that.
This is intentional.
I thought it was based off of Beehive. Well, I guess that's the part that's intentional, but I didn't realize that Dre was based
off. It's a real story.
I need to do some more research on this.
Yes.
But no, I just want to see how it plays out. I don't really know if I like how they switched it to this like true crime stories thing.
Oh yeah, that part. Yeah, that. But you know, that's how the guy that I think produced or directed Atlanta does it.
Clever.
Yeah, Don. So he does that with Atlanta, because you know Atlanta be good, and all of a sudden the next episode you're like, why are we in? Okay. So yeah, I guess that was his way. Like, you know how Spike Lee has the one with a role, and you know what I'm saying, like that one scene. So I guess that's his little niche, so to say. So we know that's him. But
he gotta be high when he's doing this shit.
Yeah, some of it does definitely seem high. Like, yo, but when she left them girls,
the strippers. Oh my goodness.
That girl came out, reminded me of Lizzo. She was like,
what? Okay, I was disgusted when she killed that dude in the kitchen. Franklin. She killed Franklin in the kitchen. Why the fuck did she go in the refrigerator to get something to eat?
She has to eat afterwards.
I thought she was trying to make herself throw up, and like it looked like she was putting her fingers in her mouth. But I was like, what the fuck is that she eating? Is it a chocolate pie? Like,
yeah, it was she eats after every killing. She has to eat. And that's how they started picking up on her. So they thought she was a serial killer. Yeah. That's why I said she probably needed help. And then we can go into saying how foster care system fails some of these children. Because she was probably showing signs. She did show signs. Remember, the people wanted to get rid of her because what the girl did at the sleep. Remember, they kept talking about the sleepover. Because the girl said something against her sister or something, and she
told him to jump on her just to play. Yes. And it was like she went in attack mode
and bit her. So when that happened, they should not have returned her. CPS should not have allowed them to return her. They should have put her into some type of therapy to see.
But I wouldn't let that little girl stay in my house if she was.
But she was protecting her. It wasn't like she attacked the child. She attacked the person who she felt.
But they already thought that she was trying to make her a lesbian or something, right?
Because they had a close connection. Because that's the fear of the parent. Look what it came from. They were affluential neighborhood. They had money, so that picture perfect family that they wanted was now going to be tarnished if this girl now became a lesbian. Because I used to have what was it, Janet Jackson. I love Janet Jackson. Oh my gosh, I wanted to be like her. Everything. My mother thought that I wanted to be with her. I'm like, no, I like Janet Jackson in the point that I want to be like her. I idolized her like that. So that's how with people that want a perfect outlook, they go that way, because anything that's going to tarnish the outside look of their home, they now need to replace or get rid of, because you can't make my life look bad. So I think that's what it was. And that was an easy way to get rid of her, to me, for the parents, which even when they told her she can be at the funeral, I thought that was messed up.
Yeah, that was messed up. But they thought she had something to do with her daughter getting killed. They thought she might have killed her because she had this rage inside of her that she was just like, oh, she wouldn't pay your rent no more, or she probably didn't want to be there no more, and you killed her. So it's still no closure because they don't know how she got killed.
And if you would allow the girl to say, look, my phone, look at the messages.
They didn't trust her.
Yeah.
They didn't trust her. And a part of me feels like, did she black out one night and then killed her, but then the message wouldn't have said, he put me out, I need to talk to you, or something like he kicked me out of his house, blah, 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 blah. No, but then how did she end up? Her stuff was downstairs in the laundry room or wherever that room was she was in that night. And then she was in her bed. I was confused.
Now that you're saying that, you know what? I can see that happening because she said she did something for her. Because it's always about those tickets. Whoever don't want those tickets, she gets upset. And when she told her, the girl, remember she reminded her again, those are not your friends.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe she did. Maybe she did kill her. Maybe.
I think it was like a crime of passion. Like, no, don't leave me again. Don't leave me again. And she probably choked her or something.
Did you finish it?
No.
Okay, so
did you finish it?
Yeah, I finished it. So I'm not gonna ruin it for you.
Wait a minute. So the last episode I saw was when the police officer or whatever, the investigator, whatever she was, she went to the foster care to talk to that lady to get more information about her.
Okay.
And she found out, she talked to the mom to find out why, what was going on with her, blah, blah, blah. So I have not seen anything after that.
Okay, so we're going to stop there. And then when you finished it, we're going to continue because I was about to give a whole bunch of stuff away.
Yeah. Okay. You watched all of it.
Yeah. I told you I was in the bed the whole day. Like,
how many more episodes is it?
Only a couple more, like maybe 2 or 3, not that many. But this is going to get better. It's going to be like that because you had to get through that little thing. So I sat there and I got like an 8 and I was like texting a lot more through that part. And then I was like, ooh, and it started getting better.
So you know more than I know. So I'm still assuming stuff based off of the last things I said.
So that's why when you started saying that, I came to that conclusion with you because I'm like, okay, now I see that because you said a crime of passion. But I'm gonna keep my mouth closed because I need you to finish it.
Shut it. But I think that's pretty much like it's other shows we can definitely talk about. Like I've been watching Abbott Elementary and stuff like that.
Oh, but yes, I love that show.
We have been on here for a minute. So Did you have anything else you wanted to talk about the parents and being in the middle? Like maybe some advice we can give people who are in that type of dynamic before we leave. That's like some closing thoughts. Okay. Because I know for me, I kind of agree with what Ave was saying. To stay out of it, to kind of let them fix their stuff and to just set that boundary and be like, hey, this is not my business. Y'all are grown. I'm grown. I got my own shit to deal with. If y'all can't fix it, then don't talk to each other. Don't be around each other. They already separated. They're divorced. So it's like y'all don't have to be around each other. The same way we block people, we ghost people, we do all of these things. And I think sometimes with the kids, the adult kids of divorced or separated parents, we've already dealt with abandonment. We already dealt with feeling pulled in different directions. And we pretty much tired of that shit. So we have no issues with setting boundaries with people and cutting them off if they don't serve us. So I think we're the ones breaking the cycles by having this type of dynamic with these parents feeling stuck in the middle. I'm not a peacemaker. I'm not a mediator. Like, that's not my job. Y'all need to figure this out. And I think we lead by example. So the parents feel like that's probably why they come to us and ask us questions, ask us for advice, or wanting to know how we would handle things, or just venting to us because they probably see how we roll. And then we not going to stand for that shit. But they got to find their own power.
I do too. And I think that because my parents divorced when I was an adult. So I was in my 20s. So I had it later on. So you guys had like a leg up on me, which is, why I had asked him to come on too, because he has a different perspective because it was when he was younger. So as an adult, I had to go back and forth. And then I keep telling my mom, I said, yeah, it sounds like high school kids that broke up. I don't know if it's because they were in high school when they got together, but y'all sound like high schoolers. Like, he won't talk to me, and they keep messing with each other. I'm like, then don't say nothing to each other. You stay in your corner, leave it alone. We can have a nice event. But then it comes to the point, well, I don't understand why we all as a family can't just have a family dinner. I don't know what family you saw. A lot of times that happens years down the line. I know they've been divorced going on, Lord God, I think 11, 12 years now. It's coming up. So if he doesn't want to be bothered with you, then leave it be. Don't push it. Maybe he'll come around. Maybe he won't. No, I haven't had my husband leave me like that. No, I don't know how it is. But when you're married to an enabler, it's hard. So my advice is, husbands, stop enabling your wives. If she's wrong, tell her she's wrong. Don't allow her to feel like everything she does is fine, and don't give her everything and then snatch the rug from up underneath her. And now she's this desperate woman who can't really stand on her own 2 feet and is trying to, but is back at this teenage person. So now I have to mother my mother, and it gets exhausting at times.
Yeah.
And
But you don't have to.
No, I don't have to. And I'm learning to, like you said, set those boundaries. And I say, if you can't do this, even him, if you can't operate in the way I need you to operate, then just don't come.
Right. A lot of times with long-term relationships or marriages, their spouse becomes their best friend also. Becomes their mama or their daddy, becomes their best friend, becomes their person. So when that connection is no longer there, they might have lost part of themselves in the process of that connection, where they became who they thought the other person wanted them to be. And now it's about finding their true self, finding out what they really like, how they really want to operate. And sometimes one person moves faster than the other person and figuring those things out, or they never lost themselves in the process. So I think my advice would be, well, no, it's not the child's job to help their parent find themselves. But it's just about not enabling, not doing the same exact things that your parent did for that other parent, and letting them really figure themselves out. Because even with us with kids, sometimes we have to let our kids make mistakes or figure things out on their own, so they won't depend on us so much when they're out in the real world and need to figure it out and don't have access to us. So
yes, and be careful what you ask for, because it may just come true, and I don't care if you're joking or not. And then when it does come true, don't play boo-boo the fool. I was just playing. Words have meanings, and you don't know what the other person's headspace is when you say certain things.
So making threats or promises.
Yes, when you make empty.
This ain't a threat. This is a promise. My mom used to say that shit all the time.
And then when it comes through, and you sitting there with the I eat ass face because he did what you wanted. Remember, you said it. I was just joking. No, honey, he wasn't, because you don't know how fed up that other person is.
Yeah.
So,
for people who are in the middle or feel like they have to choose or be the mediator or the peacemaker, I pray for you, because I wouldn't do that shit.
And my husband, either he's a Gemini, he was like, nah, get somebody else to do it. So he's trying to get me. I hope y'all didn't hear my stomach, but he's trying to get me.
I thought y'all heard my stomach growling. I was like, let me drink some water. Ooh, but I don't know. Why do we be starving ourselves before we come to the podcast?
I don't know.
We don't want to have the itis and then really be like this.
I know. We lay back like
be rocking back and forth. If I ever do this on the podcast, you know I just ate. That itis gets to kicking in. But yeah, just if you're going through a situation like that, like, I don't know which side you're gonna be on when we but take yourself out of the equation.
Yes. I'm trying to. It's been hard. It's been a long road. We're getting there. I'm trying to. I just wish she would just drop the thing with him coming. Just. You cannot force a person. She wants
a dinner,
family dinners, family vacations.
That's messy.
Thank you. And my husband keeps telling her this. I keep telling her this. I don't know if other people are telling her this. But in this fairy tale land, my children don't need both of their grandparents on vacation. Hell, my children don't even need their grandparents on a vacation. That's not realistic. My grandparents did not go on vacation with us.
You don't fuck with her. Like, it's no, that's tension. That's a toxic environment.
Yes, and you don't want your grandchildren to see you in that environment or see him bring you down, because he made him and he knows you. And like I told her, I said, he knows you better than any of us know you, because he's known you since you were about 15 years old. So he knows what to say, what to do, how to do it, how to say it, to push your mother effing buttons. And he does it every freaking time. Every time.
It seems like, and I don't want to speak on somebody else's parents or your parents or whatever, but it seems like she's looking for acceptance, or she's looking for a void to be filled. Like maybe she wants to be friends with him. But I know even with my daughter's father, he wanted us to be best friends. And I was like, no, that's not going to happen. I'm not your friend. You're my daughter's father. He was like, no, we're supposed to be best friends. No, go find you a best friend. It's not me.
Yes, and I think that's what it is. I think she wants, because she said, "Oh, we had a good time." Yeah, you guys, and I think she's thinking about all the good times they had when they did stuff and were friends and buddies. But in order for him, I think and he has his reasons to why he can't get back into a relationship right now. I don't know about the foreseeable future, but right now he has his reasons why he cannot do it. So he might know if being around you, you get those feelings arise, and he might fall right back. And I guess once you get rid of that, you don't want to go back to it. And she said that she's changed. And I'm like, yeah, he must not have seen a change that's good enough for him to come back. So, and you have to understand that as well. You may have changed, but it may not be for him. And everything has a season. And you two may not have been meant for forever, or you may have, but you opened your mouth. You said a couple of things that you shouldn't have said. Now you have changed the course. And what did y'all tell me when I was younger? You made your bed, not lie in it. As lumpy and humpy as it is, you're going to have to deal with it. And that's on both sides.
Well, I wish them the best of luck, but it seems like it's just one person right now, because like she in it by herself. But I wish her the best of luck. I hope that she receives what she truly desires, but it may be to have to go a different route. Yeah, and you do your family vacations by yourself. Yeah. You like, I mean, of them need to be there.
Only time I need y'all to come because I need a babysitter, to help with Bubba. But, besides that, we do it. We do it on our own. We say, F it. We in it and we going to do it. But no, I'm not telling your business because, honey, I'm a part of it too. So it is my business as well.
Yeah, so it's her part she plays in it.
Yes, it's my opinion, my view.
But I mean, even with my my in-laws, we do a separate thing with my in-laws. If we do something with my mother, it's just with her. And like when my dad was alive and he wanted to do something for his birthday and go to the beach, it would be with him. Let each person have their own separate time, because you don't want to be pulling yourself in too many different directions, trying to make sure this person is okay. How are you feeling? Then you can't focus on yourself
it gets
being happy.
Yes, it gets tiring. It is a lot. It is a lot when you have a lot of people. I have a lot of in-laws, so I can understand it. I have 2 mother-in-laws, so it's like,
yeah. But you got this, girl. You got this. And for anybody else out there in the middle, send us a comment. Let us know, how you handle being in the middle, how you set a boundary, how you pulled yourself out of it.
Because I don't want to be Moni in the middle no more.
Right.
Moni's in the middle. She's in the middle. No, she's not.
Yeah.
I'm on the side now.
That ashwagandha got you lit.
Oh yes, yeah. I had some ashwagandha today. It has me hyper. I am very nice.
All right, y'all. Well, this has been another episode of Soul Healer Podcast. Until next time, we will speak with you and see you later.
Bye.